How are you doing? It's story time. It's storytelling time. You know, a lot of times I watch podcasts, I watch other things, right? I watch things for enlightenment. Sometimes I just watch things for entertainment. Sometimes I think people are so funny at entertaining me, so then I check them out. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna try to remember the Alexander technique. Is where you keep a posture that is high. You know, keep a head straight. How are you doing? How are you doing? Anyways, guys, so what I'm doing here is kind of having my lunch, right? And finishing up things that I need to finish up. I am just having one of those days, you know, who's guilty of having Monday blues? Today, if you don't know, by the way, it is a Monday. And, you know, for everyone who comes by a Monday, by the way, I feel like you should be celebrating it. Do whatever you want in life, but if you celebrate it, I feel like you'll get more fun out of life. You know what I mean? It's celebrate, not celibate. You know, there was a funny joke that my minister, we always talk about him, Dr. Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. You know, he's the one that coined the phrase, you know, they said celebrate, not celibate. You know, is in contrast or in relation to like monks being celibate or whoever's celibate, right? Because there's a lot of religions that will make you that you'll have to be celibate, right? So gather up, guys, gather around the table for a tale of mystery and horror. No, I'm kidding. It's not going to be a tale of horror and mystery. What I've decided to do is share a couple of things. Because I listen to other people and I take advice, I decided to start sharing stories about my scars. What? I decided to start sharing stories about my scars. How many scars can a pretty face have? A lot. You know, if I were to zoom in, and an ugly face too. You know, I feel like some people might look at me and think I'm ugly. Some people might think I am the sun and the star and the moon, and then I'm just an ordinary Joe Schmo, right? Who wears glasses. Without them, I'm still a schmo. You know, guys, with them, I'm a schmo, and I'm not saying I'm not special. I think I'm very special. I think you're special. That's why I come on here to share the shit that I do, right? So in this sharing of the scar stories, we're going to start off, I guess, bit by bit, because I have a lot of scars. You know, like, I might zoom in, and every single time I tell you about a scar, I might zoom in on it, and I will show you. But we don't want to get too personal, right? I have some scars in my heart that are healed over, of course, you know. But that you cannot see, obviously. You'll never be able to see that. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to share, and I thought to myself, what scar should I start with? Should I start with my chicken pox mark right here and over here and everything? Where do I start? I thought to myself, let's start with, I would guess, one of the biggest traumatic scars would be, gather up. Are you gathered around? I have some. Look, yesterday was the end of Hispanic Heritage Month. That doesn't mean learning about Hispanic or Latino or whatever denotes the Hispanic descendants. That doesn't mean we stop learning. In fact, I'm going to recommend, before I start with the sharing of the scars story, right? And then you're going to wonder, am I telling the truth? Am I telling the truth? Anyways, no, why wouldn't I be telling the truth, right? Okay, so 3 recommendations I got to do. And this is I didn't post a single video for Hispanic Heritage Month. So what? I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean? I don't have to come on here to let you know that I'm celebrating it. One of the things that I share today is a Popol Vuh. It is a definitive edition of the Mayan book of the dawn of life and the glories of gods and kings. So this book is very cool if you want to know about gods and kings of the Mayan tradition. Because a lot of our history is kind of hocus pocus. What I mean by that, it's like up in the air. It's like it's just another story. It's not even a story that we know. So people like myself have to I have to get this online. I have to get this. I have to learn. I have to read. I have to highlight. I have to learn again. The Popol Vuh. Check that one out. If you have any Hispanic heritage, check these books out, because there's a lot of your heritage. Let's say because you're from a lot of, you might be from a lot of ethnicities, right? Because I know as far as I go, there's a lot. There's more than 5. I want to say like 10 different ethnicities that all boil in blood in through me, coordinated as itself and representing me. Same goes for you. There's the whole past generations of people. Some kings and queens, gods and goddesses, whatever, what have you say. So this is another book, and that we don't know. What I'm saying is history that we don't know. So another book is the Gods and Symbols of Ancient Mexico and the Maya. So the Gods and Symbols of Ancient Mexico and the Maya, just in case you're writing this down. So this is another cool ass book. So basically this is more of a picture book, right? But it's got a lot of info. I mean, tiny ass little words and everything. Have fun with that when you collect it. And then lastly, I'm going to recommend the Codex Borgia, right? This book is really cool because it actually has a lot of information. It is a full color restoration of the ancient Mexican manuscripture, right? The Codex Borgia, which basically is the mythology and like history of the Mexican people, right? So we got a lot of history to learn, right? In the book of the Popol Vuh, I know you want to hear all about my story, but hold on. I got these recommendations. So in this book, the Popol Vuh, I started reading it, where I learned that the Llorona, if you've heard about that, is very like it's an old goddess, like the goddess of wailing, and then there's another one of lust or something like that. But over the years, things get differently translated, right? One translator will look at something and think something. The 10 years from now, another translator will look at something the same way and come out with a different translation. So it's for even names change, and that is very true. So I'm gonna make this a quick episode. Anyways, the Popol Vuh is something incredible. I've already started reading it, and it's a fatty. And so I'm gonna have to spend some time with it, right? What can I do but spend a few minutes a day on it? It's not that hard. So grab your drinks, gather around the table. I'm done sharing that. Something that I wanted to share, right about the scar stories, because here we start. Where do I start? I'm letting like intuition let me start. So okay. Picture it. The year. So the people that watch Golden Girls will know what I'm talking about. So picture it. California. All right. So I've always been a California babe. So I'm here. I almost don't even know where to start. And then it's like, why am I sharing it? And how can it help you? Right? If it's in any way just to kind of prepare yourself for the future and be like, I'm not going to let that happen to me. I applaud you in learning from my mistakes. All right? Because that's all I can do here until I'm interviewing somebody to hear about their mistakes. You're just going to hear about mine. And I'm not calling this necessarily a mistake. It's just something that happened. I really feel like I could have not went through it. But it didn't like wreck my life, right? So here we start. Story time, right? You're joining us, it's perfect timing. And whatever time you're here is the perfect time, right? Because you might be seeing this later. So the story of my face having a scar. I know you've seen the chicken pox and I know you've seen all that, but I have a scar right around here. If I like maneuver it quite well, I might be able to get it on the screen, but I'm realizing that you can't really see it. So because I took care of it. So when I was about 21 years old, who remembers that time in life? You're probably 21 now, might be, who knows? But I thank God every day that I'm not 21 anymore. Because that should happen when I was 21. So here I am in the club, and it's very fun and everything. And if this is your lunchtime, work out, eat your lunch, smoke them if you got them. You don't have to smoke. Some people do other things. I'm not saying put a line down and slam on it. I didn't say anything like that. I'm saying do whatever you want. I encourage working out while I'm talking, because I obviously can't hear you. But that'd be kind of weird. Am I right? Okay, so we're talking about the scar on my face. Just finishing up some beetroot with dragon fruit and some chia seeds and water, of course, H2O. Nothing beats water. Okay, except for fire. No, I don't know. They put each other out. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm in the club. Back to the story. So picture it. I'm sitting at a club. I look how I look, but I'm 21. And give or take some pounds. I don't know. I'm always up and down with weight. And I love myself regardless. So anyways, okay, back to the story. I just hope this helps you never get hit in the face with a beer bottle. Ever. That's what happened, right? So here we are. A lot of people don't know about my scars. A lot of people, obviously I'm trying to show you my scar and it's not being picked up. Perhaps the filter is covering it up. But yeah, dude, I'm using a filter like Hollywood does. Don't be impressed. So anyways, if you can see right here, maybe if we go like this. No, guys, it's not going to happen unless I take the filter off and then I'd have to start the video all over again. It's just not going to work. I'm letting you know that I have a scar right there, and it's about 2 inches long, maybe 1.5, almost 2. So I'm sitting there at the club. What happened, right? So I'm sitting there at the club. I'm 21 years old, sitting there cute and everything. I've had I think I had like a pitcher of beer, just like a full pitcher of beer to myself. At 21 years old, I was already like if I can say it myself, because I am myself, I was already an alcoholic. So, so I can only laugh about it now because I'm 7.5 years sober. In February, it'll be 8 years. I had no intention of going back to drinking. I sometimes do. I know we're deviating from the story, but whatever. Sometimes I do drink like non-alcoholic beer. Guinness has a delicious beer that's non-alcoholic and it tastes just like their Guinness draft. And sometimes it actually is in my fridge. If I ever want to grab it once a year or something like that, I might grab it because it's very delicious. But I don't drink often. I don't drink at all, So to me, I'm like, why even get the non-alcoholic? I feel like it's just extra calories, right? For no buzz, because I don't. It's not like I get a buzz, but I do feel the effects of the hops which is what you're looking for when you go grab a beer, you want to relax, you're looking for the calming effects of hops. That's just science. So whenever I want the relaxation of hops, I might go get there. I'm not this like AA, like super sturdy, beyond your sobriety, because I smoke weed medicinally, right? So what we want to do is, and sometimes I don't smoke weed too, guys. Sometimes I give it up. Sometimes I don't smoke it at all. Sometimes you have to go through things, getting a new job. Perhaps you're taking better care of your health. Maybe you're going through a detox that month, right? Like next month. I don't want to tell my plans or anything, but I'm encouraging you, if you have any detox plans, just start. You know what I mean? Don't wait for me. Don't wait for Sancho and Pancho and Pancha to encourage you. But if you need the encouragement, go ahead and get some encouragement right now to start detoxes. Just do healthy things. Like one of my co-hosts on Asshole Network, right? Because we do other podcasts, right? They do a fast every Wednesday. Like they don't eat nothing but water and lemon all day. And I'm like, well, how you do that? There's times where I've gone, without food as well, but then, I have to ingest things. Like my stomach can't be empty. I must like I'm drinking this beetroot juice and chia seed and dragon fruit powders, for love of myself. I love myself. All right, guys. So did you hope and did you pray to tune in and see me crying? Because it's not going to happen. All right, guys. Maybe tears of joy. So back to the story. Way back to the story. Let's come right back. We're in the nightclub. We're hanging out. Imagine you're there with me and just like be a fly on the wall or a ladybug sitting on the next chair. So I'm sitting there and I think I had my hair down or whatever. I'm trying to give you the whole details. I remember wearing this black tank top. It was like a halter top. I remember bleeding all over it that whole night. So check this out. The person I was with that night, remember, I'm already drunk. I'm already drank a pitcher by myself. I ordered that pitcher for the whole table, but I drank it by myself. That's just the kind of drinker I was. So I'm sitting there with this person that I'm dating. They get up to go to the bathroom. Whenever they come back, they tell me, hey, there's this dude in the women's bathroom saying, no. Going and to look in people. Like, am I explaining myself right? Like, going to see people, peeping Tom, like opening the stalls and watching people. And I said, what? I should not have reacted. In hindsight, looking back now, I realized I should have not reacted. I should have sat there and been like, oh, did he see you wipe your cooch? I don't know. I should have done anything else but what I did next. So, because if you know me, sometimes I'm peleonera. Sometimes I fight. Like, don't start with me. I might fight with you. But anyway, mostly I'm calm. Mostly I'm cool. But I'm a fighter. I mean, my whole name. If you know my name, a lot of people say, how do you say this name? Okay, the name of my handle on Instagram, Ermex Pialodocious. It's very similar to my real name called Irma or Irma, if you're hard of saying it in a Spanish dialect, or how do you say however you say it. So, anyways, guys, the Goddess of War, that's what my name stands for. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I get into fights. So let me finish my story, right? So, because this whole thing is about the story. So, this is scar number 1, part 1. All right, so, excuse me. So, anyways, like, I get up. Right after she tells me this, I get up. I walk to the bathroom. What's going on here, right? I literally open the door and I said, what's going on here? Something like that. I can remember like everything, like if I'm still there. So I walk in there. This is gonna sound funny, but stud as fuck. I walked in there stud as fuck. I didn't have any intention of fighting anybody, but anyway, the guy was standing right there inside the bathroom still. Turns out it's the local deaf guy. Like, he's deaf, but he still should not be in the bathroom because he's a man and we're in the woman's bathroom. And you really should not be peeking to see what's going on behind the stalls. Okay, so I go in there, I should have sent the security guard in there. Now I realize that, guys, if something like this happens, tell your ego to wait at the door and just let somebody else handle it, because what happened next ruined my beautiful face. All right, guys, no, I'm not really conceited, guys, but what I'm saying is I walk in the door and I'm like, what's going on? The deaf guy's standing there still, and I'm like, oh, wow. What's going on? His friend is standing there. Some short little girl, maybe a little shorter than me. You're shorter than me. You're very short. Some short girl, some A-line cut, haircut, blonde hair, little Mexican girl. Could have been white looking. I don't know, maybe Italian. Who knows? I don't know. Sometimes we look the same. So I'm still angry at her. Can you tell? I'm still angry at her. She hit me with a beer bottle. I took 2 steps towards her, but I can see now. I'm telling you right now. I acknowledge that I was aggressive in the way that I walked towards her. I literally just walked. I didn't take a swing. I didn't put my foot up in her ass. None of that. That's what I'm saying. I don't want you to fall through the same ruckus I went through. I might look fine right now, but that shit hurt. So anyways, remember this, guys. This was a long time ago. You're still there with me. You're like a ladybug chilling. She literally just hits me, boom, right across the face, right here. So she comes up. She's where you are. Let's just say you're. I don't want to be like you're her. I'm just saying she's you, because it would be like right in front of me. So she hits me right in the stank face. All I could do was start tearing her up. I'm sorry, I sound very ghetto, and it's just something that happened in my life, you know. So I'm swinging, so hitting everybody in the bath. Now I'm hitting everyone in the bathroom. Now I'm fucking everyone up. Damn. All right, so this is the truth, guys. So help me, Sheba. So anyways, no, I'm serious, guys. I start swinging on everybody. I start kicking. I start punching. Use all of my martial arts skills. I think I bit someone. No. I didn't. I'm kidding. But I did hurt her. Let me just continue, because you're still there. We're still there. Okay. I'm swinging at her. I'm incidentally hitting the guy as well. Because he kind of started it all, right? But by being in there, I know now that I started it all, because I should have never went in there. But she had no right to hit me in the face with a glass beer bottle. All right, so I'm hitting her right. I'm not proud of myself. I'm not proud of myself, but I had to defend myself. I could have ran out of the bathroom with my face bleeding everywhere, just asking for an ambulance. Yeah, I should have done that, but the adrenaline was pumping so hardcore. I just went at it. I started hitting everyone. Sorry if I hit you, if you were there, but I'm not sorry that I hit her, though. She deserved it. What happened is that we're just fighting. The person I was with runs, like, she's like 10 seconds behind me, and all this happened in maybe like 2 minutes, 1 minute span of time. So she opens the door too, because at the same, we're all running around the bathroom, everyone's swinging on everyone. I don't suggest this to anyone. Don't get into fights, guys. I'm saying that I defended myself. I thought I was doing the right thing. I was drunk. Don't try this at home. Don't go to bars and start fights, guys. I could have very well ended up in jail. I could have very well killed her. Honestly, I could have, because the way I was wailing on her, I just wasn't holding back. I was hitting everybody. I'm telling you what. So the person I was with opens the door, runs in. There's some big old girl following her. She jumps in. Everyone starts fighting everyone. Everyone is just like, I see what's happening. The person I was with is in the corner getting beat up by a 6-foot Amazon person. Yeah, I'm not kidding. And then I'm running around swinging. I'm not even kidding. I feel like I was in a like somebody was like playing. Oh my god! I feel like I was a game piece character right now. Like I remember just hitting the girl that hit me, running and hitting the guy, running and hitting the Amazon, running and hitting like every person in that bathroom. It's so embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. But you know, that didn't stop the fact that it happened. So highly recommend, do not fight in bars. Bars are way smarter now because they don't really have glass stuff in there anymore. And if they do, they really shouldn't, because it can be very hazardous and dangerous, right? What are we learning from this, guys? I'm not done. What are we learning though? This is the only reason I'll get up here is to show you and learn you something. I hope you learn good. You know, I feel like don't hate don't hate on a situation. It's like don't hate on yourself, you know, because it could end up very, very wrong. You know what I mean? Like something very, very tragic could have happened that night. I could have killed somebody. They could have killed me. You know, if she had pointed that bottle towards my temple, it like an inch higher, I probably would have been dead right now. Right? So I thank God every day that presence was able to pull me out of chaotic situations like that. Right? That's just part number one, guys. We're talking about the scars on my physical body, right? And you're like, oh, why do I want to know this shit? So I hope it doesn't happen to you, right? Why do you want somebody to sucker punch you? Why do you want somebody to come at you all crazy with a beer bottle? No. What you must do is always stay on your game. Like, it's okay to toke, it's okay to drink, it's okay to do all that. But you gotta be prepared to wax on, wax off. You understand what I'm saying? Like, had I had quicker senses that night, she would have never hit me. I'm good at defense. But my senses were so low because I was already drunk. Imagine one pitcher of beer. How many beers is that? Like 6 beers? 7 beers? Whatever. So I'm down a whole pitcher of beer. I'm 21 years old. Like, anyways, to finish the story off, guess what happened? You might be mad for me. I don't know. But so anyways, as this is happening, I know I looked like the aggressor because I was running around hitting everyone, right? So, but people were hitting me too. I wasn't like the only one. And keep in mind, I already had a busted face. Like blood was running all over my face. I had like my hair in a clump already. I had my hair down, but it was like clumped with blood. It was like hair, like blood all over my shirt, everywhere, down my torso, everywhere. So as the door was open, so I'm telling you, this stuff was so quick, dude. I didn't have time to like go Sonic Hedgehog on everyone because it was so like I did, but I could have done way worse. You know what I'm saying? So as I was on the girl that had hit me, she broke my face. I was now bleeding. I had like a 2-inch gash on my face. And like you could see the fat, you could see all the shit. And anyways, I'm sorry to disgust you. Trigger warning. I should have said that at the beginning. But guys, no, there's no time. There's no time anymore. I gotta share this story so it doesn't happen to you guys out there. I don't know who I just prevented from that happening to, but thank you, God. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say thank you to the universe that puts us together so that we can share with each other and cultivate more enlightenment on the world. So there started to, back to the story. So there started to be a crowd outside of the bathroom, like a crowd watching what was happening inside the bathroom. because someone had the door way open, like just like, and then people were watching from the doorway. And then I guess the person that hit me, she had tons of friends or something in the bar, because all of a sudden I'm like, wait, she's trying to run out of the bathroom, and I have her by her, you know how girls are. I had her by her hair. I was not gonna let her go. I was like, all the might of hell better fucking kill me now, because she's done, you know. And then heaven came towards me, because someone pulled her out of the bathroom. I remember her body just going like pulling. She just like, I had no one else there, and I'm like, whoa. The assailant is gone. I need to chase her. She needs to go to jail for this. So I run out right behind her. The person I was with runs out right behind her too. It's not funny, but it's funny now that I think about her. Good, that's what she gets. But so as I'm running out behind the person that hits me, because she's making it out the front door like immediately. She's running so fast. She's running. And she's out the door fast as fuck. So the person I'm with is like behind me. I'm running out the door too. Like I'm 2 steps behind her. And so the person I was with is chasing us. Remember the Amazon woman that was beating her up? Okay. So at the time, I guess there was a pool right where like the main hall of the club was. So as they're running by, I'm already past them. But the story goes, as I'm running by, like I see the Amazon girl like going to give chase to the person I was with. She starts to run after her. And I leave. I was like, I'm like, you're on your own. I gotta catch this girl. She gotta pay for what she did. She just parted my face. Right? So the Amazon girl listen to this. This was crazy. The Amazon girl takes a cue ball, like for playing pool. So takes a cue ball, hits the person I was with straight in the head. Like boom, left her the biggest fat thing in the head. It's a good thing she didn't cause a laceration. It's a good thing. So my crazy ass is already running out. I'm already out in the front looking for her. I saw her hop in a car. She had some help. They helped her get away. So the person who hit me never met justice as far as I'm concerned. I know karma got her. But I was not able to witness that. I was not able to press charges. No one was saying who she was. Fuck you, you stupid bitch. If you ever see this. No, I'm kidding. I've made peace. I've made peace. You know what I mean? I will never forget her face. Her face is like burned into my memory. If I ever see her again, and it's the good grace of the universe that has made us never cross paths again. I'm not saying I'm still angry at her. It's just like, I'm like, damn, you took a really low blow. You could have killed me. She could have made my face way worse. You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't have complexes? You know what I mean? Like, damn, she could, whoo. Woo-sa. Can I get an homegrown shot? Yep. All right, so that's my story, guys. What do you think? So that's just part 1. And, you know, the funny part is that I'm having a lot of concentration on the light right now. And I'm thinking how things just changed over a 30-minute period of time. As you were listening to me, I hope you were working out. I hope you were doing something good for yourself. You know, of course I'm gonna say it's good to hang out with me, and I almost don't want to say learn. I feel like some people are allergic to that word. Am I right? I don't know. But you know what, guys? The truth is that sometimes, you know, the things that happen to us in life are going to ride with us through life. I hope that made sense, because I immediately thought, what the hell did I just say? So what I'm trying to say Hi. So it's getting super dark. It's getting super dark, and I only have a few more minutes with you. But I'm so thankful that you were able to share your time and your space. I send you nothing but healing energy and love, and may you receive that through your spirit guides whenever you're ready to, in a safe, calm, and loving position. I only send you healing and gratitude. Guys, this is a world where we now I look like a cyclops, but we're gonna make it work. I might make that the little thumbnail. All right, guys. No, once upon a time, I gave the opportunity to that person to give me a scar. Now I have a story. And now you have a story that you can say, I'm going to learn from the wisdom of her. There's a beautiful affirmation that I say every day. I learn from the wisdom of my elders. I learn from my past mistakes. Can you learn? Can you learn from my past mistakes? I hope you can. In this world, I don't think anybody presents themselves to be perfect. Sometimes people look perfect to us. We're like, wow, you're perfect. But guess what, guys? There's no one's telling you to reach for perfection. If you don't appreciate the faults that you have, I'm not saying be in love with your faults and do all your faults all the time and be faulty and fault away. Doesn't it sound ridiculous? I know that sounds ridiculous. I'm saying, pick out the best things you can do and go ahead and highlight those things in your life. Right? Like, I'm an aggressive person. So what do? I'm very likely to punch a punching bag. I'm very likely to dance. If you have aggression, dance. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy that shit away. There's a fantastic DVD. I mean, who does DVDs anymore? It's called Squeezing the Issues Out of Your Tissues. It's Addiction Recovery Yoga. You want to hear the title? Again? Squeezing the tissue. No, let me start again. I'm getting crazy. Squeezing the issues out of your tissues. Squeezing the issues out of your tissues. Never felt so good. How about we try it? Why don't we tissue? How about we squeeze it out? It's kind of like, guys, like when you boo-boo. Let's take it there. We're going there. You're like, this is disgusting. We're talking about doesn't it feel so good when you take a good All right, guys, just like your poop, you don't dig into the toilet and grab it and put it into a bottle. Maybe you're a crazy witch and do that, but look, regardless of what you do in your private life, I don't think anyone is digging into the toilet and grabbing your shit. Right? So every day when you wake up, or moment to moment, don't wait until you're like, oh, let me go to sleep so things can get better. No, moment by moment by moment by moment, guys. We have every moment. You think you don't have the time you need? No, you definitely have all the time that you need. You have all the time you need to do the things you need to do. That's a powerful, powerful affirmation. And, one of the reasons that I'm sharing, that was part one of the scar story, right? And so we're going to do it in parts, right? I'm not going to take too much of your time. It's because it's overwhelming, guys. It was overwhelming. I was assaulted. I was physically assaulted. You know what I mean? So what happened what is the end of that story? I don't even think we got to the end of that. So the end to that, guys, the person never got charges pressed on them. Did karma take care of them? Probably. I went to the hospital that night in an ambulance. I had a 2-inch gash on the side of my face. It's right here. I know you can't see it because of the filter, and honestly, you can't really see it. People have a hard time seeing, in real life, people have a hard time seeing it. So I went to the hospital that night. I remember getting to the hospital, and we're almost done, guys. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for timing it up with me. So I'm in the hospital. I remember I had to pee my pants. I had to be all crazy, be like, I'm gonna pee myself. Give me something to pee in, because they wouldn't let me move because they had one of those braces on my neck, right? And I was waiting to be healed up. I took 16 stitches to close that little area up, and basically I just put like vitamin E on it. I remember my mom bringing over like vitamin E in the tiniest little bottle, but it was like so thick that all you had to do was like put your, like turn it over on your finger, and like it was such a small area too. But I had to religiously put that on. Up until a few years ago, I would still put that on, and like at least 3 times a week, I sleep with the vitamin E oil on my face. That's just for life. Feeding my skin good. But that's a good beauty tip. Get some of the finest vitamin E oil that you can find, and wash your face right before bed. Put a lot of vitamin E oil on it. A little bit goes a long way. Like I said, it's helped prevent the scar on my face from getting big, right? At one point, it had the little scar look, when things look like this. When a scar looks like they just patched it up. Okay, so for a little while, it looked like that. But the vitamin E just helped the scar kind of disappear, where you really can't see it now unless I, seriously show you. It's crazy how you can't see it. I mean, I can see it. I can see it every time I look in the mirror. I see it. But that's just me, right? I'm me, and I'm this close to my face. So, the point of that, guys, is that remember to have the clarity. Like, do whatever you want in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still have fun, right? I still have fun. I still do things. Whatever. I don't drink anymore, right? Did I stop drinking right away? No, of course not. I've only been sober for 7.5 years. What I'm saying is that if you're gonna go present yourself to, let's say, like a club environment, a party environment, something like that, do what's best for yourself, and always have that awareness. Keep yourself one level before you're not able to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, be able to handle it so that you can handle it. So just in case a flying object ever comes towards you, you can block it, right? Like, I can't block the sweat, but you can block a bottle to your face. Blah! Boom! It's coming. No! Oh! Guys, it's coming. No! I'm saying, look, sometimes crazy different things happen in life. And why did that thing happen to me? Why did I have to get a scar on my face? So that you can remember to never let anyone bust you upside your head. I mean that I mean that spiritually, emotionally, physically. Everywhere, everything, guys. Mentally, did I say mentally? All right. Watch your backs. I'm not saying live a life of paranoia. I never said that. I'm never going to say that. That's why I'm saying that I didn't say that. Live a life of awareness so that no one sucker punches you. You want somebody to sucker punch you? Fade out. That sounds kind of silly, right? Don't fade out. Stay here. Stay in the awareness. Stay in the, if you're going to be woke, make sure no one comes in to, it's one thing to have personal energy, and it's another thing to have to watch for foreign objects running towards your face. I know I'm being silly, guys, but it's like, let's say if I had had the awareness that night to block her throw, I wouldn't have the story. I wouldn't have the story. I wouldn't have the scar. I was gonna say I wouldn't have this anger. No, I'm not angry at her anymore. I'm not angry at her anymore. I'm not even angry at myself that I let myself get that drunk to where my awareness was low, right? Because sober me can block, I'll block them all day long, okay? So, you know, from my past self, who is now my present self, right? Who our future self is trying to bring up and into more awareness. Why would we want to be more aware? Because life is for the living. And what do the living do best? Observe. As a human being, we observe and we report. Observe and report. That's one of our funnest things to do. Did you see that? I saw it. Let me tell you. That's not where it stops. We got nonstop news channels. We got podcasts galore. You know, people just talking and talking. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just do talk therapy, and that's okay. You know, let people be who they be. But for now, let's remember to celebrate in the most coherent way. Does that make sense? Celebrate in the most coherent way. I didn't say stop what you're doing. I didn't say stop ingesting what you ingest to have fun. I'm saying be at that point where you are aware. You know what I mean? Don't ever get lost in the unawareness, because somebody can, I mean, God forbid, but you know, if someone were to try to come at your face with something or anything, right? You got to watch your back. Not in a paranoid way. Live your life, but be observant. Observe. You know, do your thing, guys. Celebrate and have a good time. Gosh. So for the people that smoke, okay. Since I'm going on a nice little fast from smoking, and I haven't smoked in a while on live, and you know, just let's be honorable and give it to the ancestors, and thank the ancestors for letting us get together here today. And I'm going to be signing off. I'm going to enjoy this toke. I hope you enjoy whatever you're doing. You don't have to toke, just toke. Do I recommend good, delicious drinks? You know, dragon fruit powder and beetroot juice and chia seeds? Of course. But I'm telling you, don't be a sucker like me, like my past self, right? If you try to chuck something at me now, bah, boom, most likely it'll go right back to you. I will catch it and throw it right back. So don't try it. But see, so even when smoking weed, which is my religious right and my medical aid, even then you have to stay at some form of awareness, right? You have to remain in some form of awake. All right, guys. I love you so much. I need to finish drinking this because it gives me all the energy I need. You're too kind. You're too bright. You're too pretty. You're too handsome. You have too much flavor. You have so much confidence. I believe in you. You are going to take it to the moon. You're going to go all the way to the stars. What you got, those goals, you got to check them bit by bit by bit. Remember this? How do you eat a whale? I know nobody wants to eat whale except for the Inuk and stuff like that. But okay. How do you eat a whale? Bit by bit, bite by bite. Okay? You got a goal in your life? You don't? Get one. My suggestion is get daily goals. Even the simple little shit can help you feel accomplished. Remember to work out. Remember the Alexander technique, and stay with your head held high and your back straight. Why? Because God, the universe, the creators of your physical state of being gave you intelligence, consciousness, and such awareness for you to do what you thought was impossible. We're here to break such rules. We're here to make new ones. We're here to break the old facade. We're here to break the old, what looks and what appears as it is, and to bring a new heaven to earth. And I'm not saying, let's get to heaven. No, that can wait, right? I'm saying let's bring more greatness into the planet. Let's bring more you. Let's bring, what will you look at your best peak? And I'm talking spiritually, mentally, physically. And emotionally, why don't you try tip top? Why don't you try to be tip top? I'm not saying I'm perfect. There's times where I cry. There's times where I break down and I have my moments and I say, Irma, we're just going to cry for these 5 minutes. I'm not saying I'm depressed. I'm saying that I let myself cry. Like, for example, I'm going to give you an example. If you haven't seen this movie, and we're almost out, guys. Thank you so much for checking out this time frame that we're sharing. So this movie, The Sound of, oh gosh, what's it called? The Sound of Freedom. Okay, so if you haven't seen that movie, it made me cry. I cried throughout the whole thing. I saw the sad things I experienced. I let myself cry instead of just holding it in. I refuse to catch cancer from holding back my emotions. If I catch cancer, it's going to be because of some other reason. All right, guys, I'm just trying to be silly. But more than anything, thank you for joining me on this ride of life. This isn't just about this episode, guys, or this little story time. Do you realize this fantastic ride we're on? It's just this fantastic, magnanimous ride. It's so huge, you can't even comprehend. And, one of the wonderful things that my minister and reverend says, a human incarnation. Think about yourself. You're a human incarnation. If you're a human, right, you might be an alien or whatever. To have this incarnate experience, this is what my minister says. My minister says, to have this incarnate experience is such a rare occasion that it is like if you were to have one seal in the ocean. Think about the vast, huge, giant Atlantic, Pacific, Mediterranean. We got a lot of oceans, guys. Think about the vast ocean. One seal. And then think about a life ring going out to them and landing right upon them. And that's a life incarnation. That is so rare. You are so rare, my honey baby, boo-boo child. You are so rare. Your existence, your soul, your specific soul on this planet with your genes, your genetics, your looks, your style, your talk, even how you talk, even how your larynx emits oxygen out of your mouth and makes the sound of your voice is so rare to you, honey. Okay, so I'm done pumping you up. Just kidding. I'm gonna keep pumping you up forever. I think you're the best. I think you could do better, and that's. I'm not saying it in wow, you're really lacking. No. I'm saying I can see you're doing good. If I, and this is regardless of the point if I know you're in real life or not. This is the point of if you're living, there's time, and if there's time is just an illusion, and if time is all we have, then the illusion is all in your brain, right? So instead of becoming delusional, become illuminated. No, I didn't say join the Illuminati, guys. Become illuminated. Become so illuminated that you start shining like a bright star in front of others because you recognize the star system, the solar system that is you. God gave you the breath of life. Without it, you're dead. Or if you don't believe in God, that's fine. This creation factory that is Earth gave you the breath of life. It is so cohesive and so conducive to synchronicity that the trees and the ocean and the plankton, all the plants and the herbs, They give us oxygen to breathe. It's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And then we get to come out here and live our lives and do our thing. One of the things right now, we're witnessing, if we're living real time. So we're witnessing some shit at the Middle East and we're witnessing this and Hawaii just had burnings and this and that. Guys, I'm living here life with you too. Hang in there. Keep doing you. Keep getting on your goals, because what they want is to distract you from your goals. You understand me? Hear me when I say they're trying to distract you from your goals. Whatever your goals are, to have a happy day, your goal was to be a vegetarian, your goal is to be a carnivore, your goal is to finish the Codex Borgia in 1 week, your goal is to, you name it. Why do I say get goals? Because if you don't get goals, hey, something's gonna get you. And I'm not forecasting bad. What I'm saying is that if you let it just be up to whatever, then whatever will happen, right? So, take this from somebody who's learned to look at her past mistakes and do better. Every day you do better. Every day you build a new healthy habit for yourself, right? Again, I didn't say I'm not without my flaws. I still have this and I still have that. I'm in this human body, right? We're going to have issues. I mean, it's like a car. This year you might have a issue with it, the transmission, and the next year you'll get new tires and this and that. Yes, we can't physically do that to our body. Except for human traffickers that get organ. Oh, I went somewhere else. I'm sorry. Woo! That went somewhere else. So, boo on human trafficking. The Sound of Freedom was actually a badass movie. It was boss. It was great because it's a true story. Yeah, it made me cry all day long. Like it was kind of long. So I cried a lot, and I let it go though. I let it go, and I'm doing my part. And throughout the whole movie, I was ordaining, divine justice and divine aid in everybody that needs that help, as far as human trafficking goes, because it's still a crime. It's still an epidemic. It wasn't cool in the slavery days. It's never going to be cool now. So that's one thing, right? So take from life and know that, yes, there might be these things going on, but that doesn't mean halt. That doesn't mean stop your life. Is Israel and Palestine and everything, they've been fighting even before I was born. And I've been here a very long time. Guys, keep your head up. Keep your head up. This is a day to do the reckoning, to do the good, to do the great, right? Wreck your past self and become a better self. I'm not here. The best part is I'm not there to actually look at you, so I don't know anything. I don't know anything about your life. But what I do know is that as a creature of intelligence that you are, there's always room for improvement, whatever that means, right? Go back to school, finish that goal, keep going on the business plans. You have a workout goal. You want to gain 20 pounds of muscle. Go for it. Eat some sea moss gel. So many things that you could be doing, right? If you have a goal of a book, write that book. If you have a goal, and the possibilities are endless, am I right? If you have a goal of being best friends with your neighbor, get on it. I don't know who that's for, but okay. Get that best friend. If you have a relationship goal, like I got my shit straight and whatever. If you got living goals, imagine yourself in your new home and watch the income roll into you. So, I'm just trying to encourage you. I'm trying to help you remember that, calm the mind with keeping up with mental health practices. Whatever that means for you, working out, journaling, dancing, singing, bicycling, whatever, right? I'm saying a lot of physical activity. Because the truth is that it's very, very helpful for mental health issues. So okay, guys, thank you so much. With much ado, I say farewell to our past problems, right? Because remember, we don't dig into the toilet to grab our shit. We let shit go, right? So whatever's been bothering you, whatever's been, weighing heavy on your mind, give it to your greater good, greater good God, greater self. Give it to the universe and say, it stops here. We're gonna move forward, and we're gonna get a hold of this. Today didn't look like yesterday, and I don't know what tomorrow brings, but we're gonna put some goals down. Because I know at least what I can do is control my reaction, my behavior. I can control what I do, right? Like, let's just say, for example, like, it's kind of, you know what? I'm not gonna use that example. It's kind of wrong. Okay, so like if somebody has a boat game, and I'm gonna end now, guys. So if somebody has this is weird how to end it, right? So, we'll end it in prayer. So, okay, so if somebody has a boat game, like you're trying to get like muscles, once you hit a certain point, you stop, right? So if there's things in your life that you're aware of, maybe you're not that aware of it. If you see and you say, this could use improvement. I could improve here. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to DM me and tell me I'm improving here. This is where I lack luster. You don't have to do that. I'm not asking for that. But if anybody doesn't ask you to be better, will you? Probably, right? I mean, I don't think it's gonna take me for a great Einstein to come out of you. I'm not saying we're all here to be Einstein. I'm saying we are all here to share our greatness. And if I don't push you to be great, will you be the greatest? I already think you're great. But like Muhammad Ali said, I'm the greatest. What if you got up every day? And I don't mean like you do it like an egotistical thing. Like I'm the greatest. But he did it. Muhammad Ali did it. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. If I'm the greatest, then I must be great. So, all right, guys. Life is thus. The ending is thus. It's okay to use big words, little words. It's okay to be who you are. No one sent you to be like the other person, right? Sometimes we have to look at each other. So, of course, right? Are you like gonna close your eyes when you look at me? What I'm saying, when we look at each other, let our reflection cast such inspiration that we're all doing better after every time we meet up and we gain friendship, right? Because I'm gonna call this a friendship. I'm gonna call you a friend. I'm gonna call you lovely. I'm gonna call you great. If no one's told you you're great and prolific yet, that's what I'm invoking out of you. If you just felt this shatter in you, within you, without, I hope so. I hope that all the great juices, I hope that all the great thoughts ever come to you forever. Don't let any negative thought make you think that it's you. Don't let any negative thought make you think, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that negative, stupid ass criminal thing. Don't let it. Stop it where it's at. Right? You have the power. You're more powerful, and you are more than you ever thought that you would ever be. So go ahead and start doing those things, because your future self needs you to do them. Even if it's just like adding I know I go with working out a lot, but working out actually changes lives, guys. It improves your mental health. It not just for your mental health, but it also makes you like more confident. Not because your body is looking better, but that in itself makes you feel more confident, right? So, this has been the Scar Story. This has been part 1. Thank you for joining me. If you missed it and you just walked in at the end, you have time to go back and watch or not, do your thing. Go ahead and like and share and all that. I feel weird doing that, like and share, but how else do we get shared around here? So with that, we're gonna end in prayer. This has been a very spontaneous episode, but I was inspired this morning by one of my lovely. I have a lot of people I listen to, and I was inspired to go ahead and start sharing the stories of my scars. So I hope it not only just entertain you, but I hope that it helps you never experience what I went through again. And of course, that's the point. That's why I'm telling you, go back and listen to the story if you didn't listen to it, because I feel like it's valuable. I mean, I didn't just like come up here just to share the story and you don't get it. You know what I mean? I went through that shit. I'm not saying I went through it for you. I'm saying like I went through it and I don't want you to go through it. So remain in awareness. I'm not saying don't do your life. I'm not saying stop what you do, but I'm saying remain in awareness, and that will change everything. I'm telling you right now, that will change. If somebody tries to throw something at me right now, I'll say, and from here, I don't know. I'm just being silly, guys. But the awareness is what I'm at. I'm asking for myself to be more aware. But if you can be more aware in your life, I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy it better. That's all. That's all the cookie had to say. I'm the cookie. All right, guys. You're loved. You're more loved. You're more loved than you will ever find out until love smacks you in the face 1,000 million times on this journey that is life. Life is for the living. Life is not for you to sit there and think about death. It will happen. So move your ass and live your life. Make good choices. Have good friends. Good vibes only, guys. Because, listen, many people have caught conspiracy charges from hanging out with the wrong crowd. All right. So that's why my circle of friends is tiny. Quality over quantity, guys. All right, so peace out. You're loved. You're loved. You're encouraged to do better and wonderful things. Are you tired of hearing encouraging words coming out of my mouth? It's never going to stop. It's never going to stop. It's always going to be this aggressive, and I'm always going to encourage you. I'm playing, guys, but I am that one. I am aggressive. And I want you to be aggressive after life, guys. I'm a before you know it, you're gonna know it. I consider myself a rhino, like a bull. Like a rhino. This is it. This is how I'm gonna end it. And then I'm gonna get into prayer. So, the rhinos in nature, what they'll do is if they see a fire, we're talking about rhinoceroses. If they see a fire in the wilderness, they will literally run to it and stomp it out with their giant ass feet. God gave me these giant ass feet for a reason. So, from my rhino ass to you, be who you be, but be in awareness, and it'll get you to where you need to be. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if you grew to my age without a story of somebody hitting you in the face with a beer bottle. Yeah. You know how I could have avoided that? Not reacting. This is the easiest answer. And now I know, like 20 years later, now I know. It's like 19 years. But, I'm proud of the age that I am. I should have died a long time ago. I should have died many times in this life already. And I don't say that as a, how do you say, I say it as a full admission. I should be dead. So that brings greater joy to my life. You don't understand. Every day I get to be thankful for the things that I lived through and that I'm still living through, right? So I'm grateful for your existence on this planet. We're gonna end in prayer. We're gonna end now. Thank you, Mother and Father Creator. Thank you for letting us get together. Thank you for letting us be friends. Thank you for letting us be loved ones. Thank you because you let stories be enablers into bigger and greater awareness. Thank you because right now you're clearing, clarifying, and detoxifying all the essence, every physical, every emotional, every spiritual state that is out there watching, and everyone that has anything to do with them. You are winning. They are winning because you win, they win, and we are so grateful for this, your achievement on earth. We are grateful for that you are giving yourself challenges. You're overcoming them. You are doing 1, 2, and 3. Swiftly, you will get all those things done. And we ask the power of the all-seeing greatness, the almighty hand that gives, does, and moves through our being to give us the clarity that we need to go through and fully enable our goals into fruition. We're thankful for this time that you've let us get together. We're thankful because you will continue giving us that victorious hand, that we are never alone and we are always prosperous, given the spirit of strength and honor. We will do honorable things in your most honorable name. We thank you, great creator, for creating us and the spaces that we dwell. And so we say a great thank you, and we say a great amen and ashe. So guys, with that prayer, I'm gonna say I love you so much. Take care. You've been awesome. I know you've been awesome. Whatever you're doing, I know you're doing it. I can just see you right now doing it. Hey, stop doing that. No, I'm kidding. I would never tell you to stop. Unless someone's about to hit you in the face with the beer bottle. I'm going to be like, watch out. Wax on, wax off. That's all you got to do. All right, guys. I love you. Take care.